Everyone, welcome to Loving Life or to my Sunday weight loss. Now, today I want to share with you my experience with carb ups. Woohoo! Yeah, I did 1 day of carb up this week. Carb ups are made, like the idea of carb ups, it's when you take a lot of carbs, actually, carb ups. So the idea is for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is to replenish glucagon, I think it's called, in the muscles. So yeah, you need it, and you need it in your system. Second, some hormones have to have carbs in them. Third, sometimes your brain and your body needs to get carbs. So yeah, this is very important, especially for women. Actually, men can actually go without carb ups way longer than women. So yeah, and this was, I'm not sure how to define this carb up. It wasn't too big of a carb up, like I didn't go crazy by any means. I ended to have 4 oranges, half an apple, because the apple was somehow too sweet for me. I couldn't finish, and it was Granny Smith apple, so it wasn't like sweet apple. And in the end, I had meal with potatoes, bubbly, beautiful potatoes. Those are not baked potatoes, it's called scalloped potatoes. So it was like amazing. So that's basically what I had in a day of carb ups. Initially I wanted to start make carb ups. You can make it in a couple of ways, okay? You can make it after every 1 meal of with carbs, higher amount of carbs, after every sport activity that you've done. So if you do it 3 times a week, so you can do it like 3 times meals a week of sport activities. If you are a heavy lifter and etc., you probably will need more carbs. If you are medium to low sport, so you will need less carb. But yeah, this is one way of doing it. Second way of doing it, it's doing it once a week, all day of carbs. But for me, initially, I thought it will be, invitation for binging. And it wasn't, actually. I really enjoyed this day. I ate those oranges. I really craved some fruit. And I didn't went off chart with anything. Like, I didn't overeat anything of those foods, which is awesome. Another flip side for this carb up is that a lot of people, because they go overboard, the day after they feel bloated, they feel headaches, they feel the downsides of carb ups. I haven't, actually. I was pretty okay. I was a bit tired in the day and day after, but I'm not sure if it's still the viruses running around or it was the carb up. So really, I didn't have any major downsides of this carb up. I was okay. I had a little bit of bloating in my belly, but every fruit always made it for me. I probably, somehow I'm sensitive to fruits, especially apples. And yeah, but overall it was a nice day of having carbs. Day after I came back very easily to keto, because I'm keto adapted, and it's very important that before you're starting your carb ups, you have to be 100% keto adaptive, which means one of the big thing that you're looking for, you don't have any large cravings. Because if you are just the thought to go and have this carb up day with cookies and cakes and this and that and that, and I will eat this and I will eat that, probably you're not as keto adapted yet. I went quite easy to keto adaptation because a couple of months before I did the low carb anyway, so it was just a little bit further One thing that I can tell you, I'm not recommending go over 100 carbs or 120 carbs, net carbs per day on your carb up day. Otherwise you will feel really, really bad. Under 100 grams, in between 100 grams and 50 grams of net carbs per day is a really nice zone that you can actually just be there and lose weight. It means that you will have 1 to 2 fruits per day, and you will have some kind of sweet root vegetable or a pumpkin or something in the evening, and you will have good salad and vegetables all day. So this window, by the way, can be awesome window for you if you don't want to go to keto full force. And I did it for a couple of months, and I was okay, and I felt okay. I felt less of cravings. Now I don't. When I went to keto, the cravings actually almost stopped completely. Sometimes I get those brain cravings, not the physical cravings that I had before. Sometimes I just thought, oh, I haven't had a lot of something for a long time, so I have those cravings. And I absolutely know that it's like brain cravings, not feeling cravings, you know, like in my body when I felt that, oh, I need something sweet, or I need something, you know, some food or some pasta because I have low sugar. No, not at all. Another thing that I forgot to mention, that I ate 2 handfuls of 75% chocolate. It's chocolate melts, and I love the flavor of those chocolate melts. They're not chocolate buttons, but like, because they are 75%, and I couldn't find their fair trade, organic, blah blah blah. I couldn't find as tasty of a chocolate bar as those one. I don't know why. I really love those. So yeah, another. It's like 2 hands like this. I don't know. I will show you the pictures. So yeah, this was my experience with once a week carb ups. I will try for a couple of weeks now to make more once a week carb ups, because I find it easier to plan for it. And I remember, okay, I had one day, then I remember it better, and then I will try to do, you know, after my sport. I'm doing sport 3 times a week, so maybe the meal before or after sport I will eat with a little bit more carbs, maybe sweet potato or some, you know, good carbs. It's really, really recommended that if you go to carb ups, do it with, you know, as usual, with whole foods, with additive of layer of more vitamins. You know, like eat a lot of vegetables like sweet potato, pumpkins, all those sweet vegetables and fruit, and those will be beneficial for you. Because if you go off chart, like for 100% off chart, and you will eat all the, like, you know, white flowers, you can do it, not that you will feel it though, probably you will feel it in your body. And you can go for rice. Let's say I crave, interesting enough, maybe for next carb up or something, I really crave kasha or buckwheat. So yeah, and buckwheat is pretty high. Even though it's seed, it's pretty high in carbs by itself. But yeah, and go for those types of food. It's gluten-free, it's awesome carb. Quinoa, it's nice, really nice actually. Carb up. Rice, white rice, actually better than the brown rice, funny enough. And white rice is more paleo than, you know. So yeah, just enjoy your food and carb ups. Another thing, I'm not, as you saw with my videos and mukbangs and with my recipe videos, I'm using a lot of vegetables, and this is crucial for the right amount of dietary fiber, vitamins, because otherwise you will be very fast and deficient in different things if you just will eat meat and fats and that's it. So yeah, I'm not so afraid to go beyond 50 grams of carbs per day. I'm okay to be around 50-ish, but there are people that feel not so good around this, like 45 to 55, which the body is in between the, a little bit of sugars. A lot of people doing very well under 30, but I'm not going to count it by any means. It's annoying for me, and it triggers my deficiency, feeling that I need something more than I already have, which is not true, but it's like it gives me this horrible feeling if I'm starting to count, and I think we're already talking about this, and it's horrible, and so I'm not going to count. I prefer to go a little bit above 50 grams net carbs, even though I think I never go above it, because I feel my body pretty good, and I never go above 50. Yeah, so eat your vegetables, it's very important, and I made a lot of good vegetable dishes. So I have keto list with keto adapted recipes or low carb recipes in description box below. Very important, go check them out. Eat your vegetables, eat your good meats. Don't forget about the fats. I need to talk about fats a little bit more, healthy fats and how to manage the fats, and that's it. So this was my carb up days, and those can be really, really fun. You can actually plan those days around outings, like if all the people go to eat pizza, so yeah, you can go with them to eat pizza one day out of the or just to go for something that like sushi. Like I love sushi, so you can plan those carb ups around sushi, especially if you are doing a lot of sports, so you can go a little bit above, and if you are a woman, you can get more carbs actually than the men's do. So yeah, so it's very nice to carb up it sometimes, and but as long as it doesn't throw you to those horrible binge spirals, it's good to have carb ups for social point of view and from a health point of view. So yeah, try to do it the right way and the interesting way, or to do something fun. So yeah, as usual, I really, really love you. If you're on keto or low carb, are you doing carb ups? If you're on keto especially, because if you're on low carb, it's okay, you don't have ever to go and carb up above 100 grams or 120 grams, depends on your sport activities, a day of net carbs. But if you are on keto, let me know if you are doing the carb ups, if you are thinking that it's crucial, and how you feel before and after the carb ups. Yeah, love you all. Be happy, healthy, and positive. And as usual, it's okay to be where you are, and it's okay to make an effort, and it's okay to do one step at a time, 2 steps at a time, or 5 steps in the time. It depends on you. Yeah. So yeah, love you all. See you next time. Let me know what you think, and see you next time. Bye. Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe, write me a comment, thumbs up me, and cheers, Victoria. Love you all. Bye, 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 bye.